everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Peanut City Police Podcast. This week we are joined by Lori Brittle, who is the animal shelter manager here at Suffolk Animal Care. So welcome, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
So first, start by telling us a little bit about how you got into this role, and I'm sure it comes with a lot of passion and love for animals. So just tell me a little bit about first yourself and kind of how you got here.
Okay. So I've always loved animals. I grew up on a farm, so animals has always been a huge part of my life. After high school, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, was work with animals. So I went to North Carolina State University, and I got degrees in agricultural business management and animal science. I worked for a veterinarian for a short period of time, and then a lot of my experience came from raising livestock. So I actually raised cattle and hogs and horses. And about 11 years ago, the shelter manager position with the city of Suffolk opened up, and I applied, and I've been here ever since.
Awesome, that's great to hear. And it sounds like you've had your hand in a little bit of everything when it comes to animals, between livestock and kind of more pet-like, so that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and many may not know that the shelter falls under the police department in conjunction with our animal control team. So can you talk a little bit about how the shelter works, especially with intakes?
Yes, so we do fall under the police department, and we are the shelter for the entire city of Suffolk. So anything that is picked up as a stray, this is the shelter that it comes to. We also take surrenders, so if for some reason someone is no longer able to care for their pet, for whatever reason, this is where it comes to. So,
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have many different positions here, but you also kind of allow volunteers for people and then fosters for your animals. So that's kind of not fully adopting it, right? But kind of taking it in for a while and caring for it. Can you explain what that is?
Yes. So we do welcome volunteers. We need volunteers. There is an application on our website. If you go to Suffolk Animal Control, there's a volunteer application that can be filled out. And the volunteers, sometimes they just can't have pets of their own, and they need to fill that void, so they come here and spend time with the animals. They come here, they may walk dogs, bathe dogs, maybe cats is their thing. They just socialize and play with the animals. And we also do need fosters. Mostly we need fosters that are able to take care of kittens during kitten season, that can bottle feed, and it is a commitment. But we need people that are willing to take them home if they're too small to stay in the shelter until they're able to get out and get adopted when they're a little bit older.
And for people who may not know, when is kitten season primarily?
Most of the kitten season happens when it starts getting warmer weather. So spring and summertime, there is a kitten season, and that's when we're getting lots of kittens in.
Gotcha. So that's when you mainly need them, but kind
Correct.
of all year is
all year is fine, and it's good to go ahead and get signed up and get some training in. But yeah, mainly it's during spring and summer.
Great.
So what are some of those hours of operations for people who may want to come into that adoption process? Or is there a way for them to see the animals online?
So we're open to the public Monday through Saturday at 11. And we're here till 5 weekdays and here until 4 on Saturday.
Okay.
We're closed on Sunday. Anyone who can't get here is also able to look at them online. So we have a Facebook page, and they can go to Suffolk Animal Control website and see the available adoptable animals.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and now we're back, and we've been joined by a couple of friends here. So can you guys just tell us a little bit about who you have in your arms?
Yeah, so this is a girl. Her name is Flower. She is a shepherd mixed puppy, and she is currently available for adoption. This is Claude, domestic short hair, really sweet, friendly, cuddly.
Oh.
So Miss Lori, those two are up for adoption, but there's plenty of other cats and dogs here up for adoption. So can you tell us a little bit about the adoption process here at Suffolk Animal Care, kind of how that works?
Yes. So yeah, we have quite a few. We have probably 60 dogs right now, and then quite a few cats as well. So the adoption process is fairly simple. The main thing is just make sure that you're prepared and ready, and that's something that it is a commitment. It's not a temporary thing that you just take home for a few days and decide it's not going to work out. It is a commitment, so make sure that you're ready for that commitment financially and have the time also. But the adoption process for cats is it's $75, and that includes the vaccines, which is the distemper and the rabies vaccine. It also covers the spay or neuter. Everything that is adopted has to be spayed or neutered, and it also includes a microchip. So for dogs, the price is $95, and it's pretty much the same thing, the distemper, bordetella as well, rabies vaccine, and the spay or neuter and the microchip.
Wow.
And people coming in, can they like go back and look at the different animals you guys have available and kind
Absolutely,
of pick
yep.
which one they'd like?
Yep, so they sign in, they walk back, and they view the animals, and then if they see something that they think is going to work, they can go in a room and visit with it. If they have other pets at home, we welcome them to bring their dogs down here to visit to make sure it's going to be a good fit.
Great.
Cool. Well, while we have the awesome Suffolk Police Animal Shelter Care here, we have Chippy with us. So our Suffolk Police Department's elf, Chippy, would like to be in the middle of you two, along with that beautiful cat and dog. And we thank you guys so much for allowing us to have both of them come out and share with everyone that's watching online.
We appreciate you guys taking care of the animals until somebody can give them a forever home.
Yes, definitely. They are so precious. Yes, they
Absolutely.
are. Is there anything else, Ms. Lori, that you would like to share with us about the Suffolk Animal Shelter?
I guess just make sure that, before you do go out and get that pet, like I said, make sure that you're prepared. It is a commitment. It's not something that, you go out on a whim and just get a pet. It's a family commitment. It needs to be something that is thought about and decided on. Spay and neuter your pets. We've got a lot of homeless pets everywhere, but a lot in the city of Suffolk. So,
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us today, and thank all of our special guests here as well. Thank you, everyone watching, for joining us for another episode of Peanut City Police, and we will be back next week.